There we are. Hello and welcome to Sylvan Mist Designs. It is a fantastically beautiful day. I feel like, for all intents and purposes, it is a Sunday, and I think I might have even said it's Sunday. It's Friday. It is Friday. Okay. Had some time off of work, so I'm a little bit spoiled. We are going to be working on some Valentine's Day cards here. If anyone was hanging around last week, I had actually done a drafting session on these, and I'm going to put this down here in front of me. This is what we had drafted out, and it doesn't look like much because I just kind of threw some things together. And all I wanted to do at that point was kind of to check my patterns, my designs, see what I liked, see what I thought was going to work and maybe what wasn't. I gotta flip some things around here. There we go. Get my tools up here. If you were not around, I'm gonna get my paint shook up here and then I'll tell you exactly what I'm working with. Okay. There we go. First color. Beautiful dark purple. Let me get a decently clean well in my palette here. Okay. Then I'm going to be using the Gentle Heather. That little click noise that you heard. At some point in time, more when I was using the apple barrel paints, I had put in 2 of the ball bearings or little, what is that called? I'm having a brain fart. Nail polish agitators, I think is what they're just ball bearings. They're like 1/4 of an inch. And I had dropped 2 of those into my paint bottles, especially the thicker paints, because it really does a wonderful job at making sure that they're mixed. Okay, and then I am adding this berry, which I didn't use before, but I thought was gonna look pretty darn good. So, okay, so here I'll go over just a tiny bit of what this is before I start painting. Essentially, I started out with this circle here. I've decided completely against using this Seed of Life, this kind of pattern. And I'm going to go ahead and replace that with the daisy that we have here. Even though I like this, I decided that it just wasn't going to match what I was going to do with the rest. And then I'm going to be filling in some of these stripes that I have with some of these very loose patterns that I've got here, like this one, this one, this one, some of these, maybe some hearts, things like that. Okay, I'm going to scoot my notes over to the side. Okay, so as you can see, I've kind of already laid everything out. This is just pencil. These are just little tiny blank cards that I purchased. There's some blank stock, and I'm going to be doing 2 of them, try to say that, together, kind of in tandem here. All right, nothing added to my paint today. I've got my tools set up in front of me. Everything up to a 7, and I realized just now that I'm missing, here we go, I was missing my smallest tool. Let's go. I think, okay, first thing I'm going to do, I've got the center drawn out, and I had originally thought about putting this as, I'm going to lift you up a little, as a 3 in the center and then having really nice long lines here, but I think a 3 is going to be a little bit small, so I'm going to go with a 4. Now, because these are really loose, and maybe I should take a step back. the patterns that I'm going to be doing are not strictly mandala patterns, right? They're going to be a lot looser, a lot softer. They're not going to have that really kind of strict or rigid pattern. They don't have to be symmetrical, right? I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Ooh, let me throw my stylus at you. Let's see. So that was a 4. I might be able to do 4 on that too. Let's try. Okay. Give myself a little room here. For the first one, I'm going to double dip here because it may not be enough paint. I think that'll work. Just for my own sanity, I'm going to be doing these not necessarily just around, but as you can see here, I'm just going to go through the maybe compass points. Even though I don't care necessarily if they're really truly symmetrical, you know, if they're a little wobbly in their lines or whatever, that's fine. But at the same time, I don't want it to look funny. I want to make sure I've got enough room for everything that I want to do. Okay. I do have everything laid out in pencil. Keep in mind that all of those are going to go away once I'm finished. Just get that up a little. I'll just erase those right off. Should be able to fit 2 petals in between each of these. This is absolutely something that you can do without any dotting tools at all. Just something round. This is an excellent way, though, to practice your swooshes. If you're actually into top mandala art, or if you're actually painting with the brush, these little daisies like this are so simple. They make practice really fun. Oops. Looks like I got a little paint there. Nothing I can really do about that now. If I try to rub it off, it's not going to come off. And it's just going to smear everywhere. So I'm just going to leave it. Maybe at the very end I might find something to do with that smear. And as you can see, it's a little loose, right? Again, by loose, I don't mean that it's just not symmetrical, right? I have like space here, for example. The dot is just a tad bit off center. For something like this, I like that look better than to try to do it perfect. No, I'm not trying to purposely screw it up. That's not true either, but some of these petal tips or ends are actually touching the purple. And I'm fine with that because I think in the end what I'm going to do as well is dot over that. Give it another layer. I'll probably do it slightly larger too, maybe like a 5 or 4.5. And that way there isn't like any gaps here either. It looks a little bit more put together. Okay. All right, so that's the first step done. And I've got this cute little daisy here. Now, let's see, where do I want to start? Okay. Let's go up here. I'm going to keep this tool handy. Let's go. What do I want to do? Where do I want to start? Okay, let's do this. That's a 3. Should I do it on both? Yeah, probably. I don't need these to be identical, but it's going to make things a lot easier for me if I just do them back to back like that. Okay, 2.5. So I'm going to stay with the 2.5. And I'm going to keep pulling the tips of these to the same point here. So give or take, I'm going to keep my dots, my starting dots sort of in a row here. Wipe that tip off. Now, you can see what I was trying to express in my draft. I'm hugging the corners here and the lines. You know what? Let me switch. Let me move you there. Essentially, what I want to do is be able to create borders and edges and lines without there being any. As I'm doing this, I'm just constantly thinking about how I want these new tools that I've seen from the Happy Dotting Company, those swoosh tools, right? Because this is just a regular dotting tool, right? This is just a 0.5. And honestly, its tip is not very sharp, but it's kind of always been my go-to. It's been the tool that I've had since I started dotting, and it's what I started to use when I first learned swooshing. So I've kind of just stuck with it because, you know, that's what I used. And I keep telling myself I need a sharper tool. And I had happened to see her advertisement on Facebook, and I'm like, oh my God, I need those. So, I mean, they're not expensive. They're really not. I think they're like $8 or something plus shipping. I really have to buy me a set, you know. Unless somebody wants to buy them for me, hey, you know. Okay, I just had to pause real quick to get some stuff off my tool here. All right, so there's that one. Let's do, I want to get some big shapes in here. Let's see. You know what? Let's get a big heart. Where do I want to put it? Let's do it kind of sideways. Okay. One of these days, I'm just going to do these with a brush. But for now, I'm going to get that all dressed up. Doesn't look so plain sitting out there in the middle of nowhere. Let me set it down. I do so much work on glass and ceramic lately that I forget how much cardstock just saps that paint. Okay. Let's do 1.5 will work. Okay. Let's get some more edges laid out here. Let's do kind of a larger size. These were all 4s in here, so let's go to a 5. Okay. Trying to be careful not to leave any lines. There. I'm going to go in with a 2 here. Let's enhance those bottom ones though. There. Now we need another dot here. It's going to be a 4. And this is just going to slowly fill up. I know it doesn't look like much right now. It will. We need another one of these over here. So what color do we want that one in? Let's see. I'm going to stay pretty small. Let's go 2.5, and then we have that purple. You know what? Let's go with this heather. I'll follow that down right there. And again, I'm just bringing everything over to one kind of central point. Won't have enough room for another one here, but I'll put a dot here. Point it just tiny. There we go. Okay, clean this one up, and then I'll get some line. Okay. I need something in here, and I'm thinking a heart could fit this way and then go here. So that's fantastic. Let's do, we have, I guess it's gonna have to be gray. And I can always highlight these two, but I kind of want to stay away from putting all of the same colors chucked together. With only 4 colors, you never got to get completely separated like that. But okay, all right, let me pull this one down just a little. Okay. I'll probably add some top dots as I go back through here so it doesn't look too plain. looking like that so far. Let's see. I need something large here. What if I do a daisy there? What if I put a daisy there? I think that'll work nice. Center-ish. And I just went down to a 2, so I've got a 3 for the center and then the 2 for the petals. These ones are getting so tiny. But they fit. It's perfect. And still just kind of paying attention to where my dots go against that line. Okay. Let's get another heart in here, I think. They're very, very long hearts. Instead of using swooshes, I'm just using these like elongated hearts. They're kind of fun. Okay. But they fit. I like it. So, okay. Let's see, what have I got room for here? It's kind of an awkward position having two of them here, but I'll keep switching between them as long as it's not annoying anybody. That one. Okay, so I need something here. As I go around so that I can fill space. Okay. To get these nice little weird flowy things happening here. This one's going to be a little bit more structured than the previous one because of the way the lines were here. Do I have enough room in here? I'll make room. So not many lines in there. Okay. Hopefully now that it's close to finished for this one line, you see what I was talking about with making lines without lines. Because I'm tucking all these into the corners and right up against where the lines meet so that it still looks like it's striped there. I think that needs to be purple. Kind of don't want it to be. That sort of is what it is. Let's see. Deciding what direction the tails will go is the biggest thing. Okay. Now for these other areas, these little itty bitty ones, let's just get some dots in to fill the space. Beautiful. I like it. I like it. I like it. Okay. All right. So we've got the daisy done. We've got the first row, and now we need to do a second row. Now the second row, this little section here is going to be empty. So I got to be mindful of that. All right, I do want another one of these down here, but it's gonna have to be purple. That's going to be a 4, and then this is a 3. Big dot here. I'm going to flip it to a 2.5 for this side. Definitely not as pretty as the other one. But okay, I'm gonna try to make this line. Oh, hello. Didn't see us sneak in. How are you? I want to try to make sure that this line is very defined. There. Oh, good to hear. You're having a good Friday. Yeah. Today it feels like Sunday for me. It is beautiful. Okay, let's go down to a 2.5. Stuck on there. Let me wipe that off here. There we go. Just try that again. Okay. Just like we did on the top, I do want another big heart in there and probably another little daisy. Let's do the heart in here. What do we want? That color. You know what? Let's stick with this bright color here. Let's do the metallic. And I'll put it right on the top. Hey Natty, how's it going? Good to see you were able to stop by. I have not been scheduling my streams at all. I've kind of just been impromptu doing stuff, so it's always cool when I get to see a familiar face every now and again. To go back in with that one. It does not want to fill in. There we go. Close enough. We'll come back in with it. Okay. Where did I have? Somewhere here, I think. Just make sure I've got some extra paint on my tool this time. I really should just pick this up with a paintbrush one of these days. I just didn't have anything prepped to do it that way. I have my paintbrushes sitting not 2 inches from me over here. Jeez. That's okay. Dotting tools it is. All right. Let's see. We probably want to do another little daisy in here. I have one here. I kind of want to stagger it a little. Hey Diva, how's it going? Now we're talking. Now we got some people in here. Hello, hello. What color? All right. This looks absolutely nothing like my draft. So I think it's going to be really funny to see like people's reactions, like, oh, that's what you were doing in the drafting session? Yeah, this is what I was planning in my drafting session. Looks absolutely nothing like it. In my head, when I was doing the drafting session, I had this in mind all the time, but definitely not how it came out on paper. I don't know if you guys seen that session or not. If not, I do have my draft book right next to me, so I can show you what I'm laughing about. Okay. When you get to putting stuff on paper, or, you know, working on your project and it's freestyle, oh my gosh, yeah, no, completely. Things change really quickly. There, my smooshed little one. I think that's kind of cute. Yeah, see, this is what I had drafted. Nothing like it. Nothing like it. Pull that out a little more. Let's see if I can rescue this. I wanted this to be nice and long, but okay. Kind of spread these out. Oof, I don't know if that's gonna work. Let's see. Yeah, okay, that works. Oh, Natty, it's brilliant here. I actually checked this morning And our highest recorded temperature for my area on today's date, the 31st, was something like 52 degrees Fahrenheit. And today we are supposed to get, I think, to 56 or 58. And that is absolutely flippin' whack for our area. I am used to snow. Lots and lots of snow, right? I mean, we actually normally get most of our snow in the springtime. But this year has been crazy. It's absolutely crazy. And then this isn't even the warmest that it's going to be. This week we're getting into the 60s. I don't even know what to say. I mean, it's absolutely beautiful. I'm a little worried because we're building this homestead. We got a lot of new trees. We got a lot of stuff in the ground. And these poor plants have no idea what the hell is going on. Like, I'm afraid that stuff is going to be budding out because the weather just doesn't match what it needs to be right now. Normally we would be, 40s, maybe 30s. It's goofy right now. Really is goofy. Hopefully your weather is really good. Maybe not so crazy, but hopefully really good right now. Ooh, yep. Oh, the rain. Yeah, and it can come pretty quick too. Once that rain starts, I'm sure the temperature is going to fall like crazy. Okay. I keep moving this card around kind of wacky, so sorry. Okay. There's not much I can do in this little space, so we're just gonna do some dots. Okay. Trying to kind of find some good sizes. 2.5 is probably pretty good. Oh my gosh, Natty Walk Like a Penguin Day? Yes. Hopefully you don't really have to be going anywhere in it though. I mean, yuck. I have fallen too many times on ice. I mean, it's funny, but not funny. I have a rib on my right side that pops. I fell one winter and landed in just the right spot where I hit my side. And then about 2 or 3 weeks later, I did the same damn thing again. Slipped and fell and hit the same spot. And so now that rib, even though I don't have any pain, still to this day, that stupid rib keeps popping in and out. it feels so incredibly weird. But knowing that, I guess I'm just glad that I didn't actually break it. Didn't hurt anything. Yeah, some kind of foul, right? Yeah, like I said, hopefully you don't have to be out in it though. If you do, be careful. You're not allowed to come back here and tell me that you broke something. Yeah. One of my dear friends just had a fall. One of my colleagues and dear friends, and on this stupid ice. And it sucks. She's been out of it already for a little while and will continue to be out for about 6 weeks total. Broke some bones. Thank goodness you don't have to be going into work. I need to retire. I want to retire. Maybe that's the thing that we can propose next, right? That retirement age is 30, 40? What do we want? How many years? Gosh, I'm actually going to be celebrating my 20-year work anniversary coming up this month. I can't believe I've been with the same company for 20 years. Time flies. I will be really, really happy once I'm able to retire and relax and just enjoy time instead of feeling like everything is rushed. Hopefully you're enjoying retirement, Nettie. I am envious. I'm gonna have to go over some of those bled into the center here. That's okay. Just like this, I think I'll just go over it once I'm done. Oh, you throw out seed for oh yeah, you know what? That's a good idea. That is good. That's not gonna work. Let's do a 3. At least I already know what I'll be doing with my retirement. We have this homestead going, hopefully everything gets settled in. I have my dotting. I do. Recently, for whatever reason, I picked up diamond painting again. I mean, it's just plenty of things to do now. Plenty of things I'd much rather be doing than working, let me tell you. This one's gonna have lines in it. Try to get a real soft touch here. Okay. That's good. That's better. Let's see, I probably need a dot over here in the corner. Let's do a 2.5. That works. Now what to fill in this with? I can probably do the same and do another little heart here like I did before. Is that gonna work? Yeah, that's gonna work. How about gray? I don't have a whole lot of gray in here, do I? Most of this is already dry. I'm using a lot of 3s. At least a lot of this is coming out like I wanted it to. Not everything. I think it still works though. Have this little trio of hearts here. It's cute though. It's cute. Does Michael carry the these ones like this? I know that they don't do these ones. What does Michael's carry for dotting tools? Let me think. It's been a minute since I looked, but I do remember that at least at one point in time. Now these ones are the Happy Dotting Company ones. So I had to order these. I actually ordered these ones from Amazon. I could have done it directly through Happy Dotting Company. I could have done it directly through her website, but it was more expensive with shipping. So I got mine through Amazon. Michael's carries these ones, and if I remember correctly, they had the set with these ones and then the blue handled clay balls. These ones, I mean, it took me probably about 2.5 years to buckle down and finally agree to buy these for myself, because they're not real cheap. What were these? I think these were like 47 at the time I bought them or something like that. That might be a little bit much. But yeah, they weren't cheap. But I love them. I love them, love them. I cannot recommend them enough. Cannot get enough of it. It's constantly what I use. You see every video that I make and every time I stream, I'm using those ones and these. They're in for a good cleaning though. Need cleaned again. Happy Dotting Company is Australian. Let me think here. Oh, okay, yeah. So the Happy Dotting Company she's Australian. You have the yellow and the blue ball. Yeah, okay. If I remember which ones you're talking about, I think it's the ones with the metal ball heads. They're quite heavy, right? Is that the ones that you have? Yeah, exactly. That's why I was saying you can buy these from her website, but yeah, the shipping from Australia is, yeah. So buy them through Amazon. If you have Amazon, even doing shipping from Amazon, if you're not Prime, would probably be cheaper than doing it through her direct. I mean, she's still getting the funds. She also has, let me think here. Does she do like Etsy or something? I don't know that the shipping would be any cheaper. But yeah, that's the only reason I didn't do it through her direct, and did it through Amazon. I kind of felt bad. I don't know how much of a cut Amazon takes on the products, but okay, so let me think. I want something here, in here. Maybe another one here, down here and here. Something real small, maybe. Stay with 3. Yeah, the only thing that you have to think about is if you decide to go with tools like these with the flathead is that you also want to make plans for things like swooshes and walk dots. Because obviously, as you can see, for swooshes, I never use these tools, these flat-headed ones, to draw the swooshes. So that's why I adapted the 2-tool method and, drag them. Because it doesn't really work. I'm not saying it couldn't work, but I've never used them that way. There is one tool that is included with her set. But again, it's a 2 and a 4. And for whatever reason, I don't know, I've just never used that. I've always used this set, the nail art tools, for doing just the 1-tool method of swooshes. If I want to do small ones, then that's what I go to. Perfect. Okay, at least I'm on the same page here. But yeah, and the other thing is too, with these flat-headed ones, if you've ever seen me talk about it, they are they're fine for walk dots. I don't want anybody to think that they're not, but when you get to a size 3 or greater, then you want to use more than one tool or use a different one, because they don't do walked dots as well as the round headed tools. It seems like the paint just falls off of the tool faster or something. I don't know what the explanation honestly is, but so what I will do, like if I want to do walked dots, like a big large set of them, then I will do, like for example, I'll do 3 dots in a size 4, and then I'll switch my tool down a size and then continue with like 3 more dots, and then I'll switch down another size and do a couple more. Do it that way instead of walking the dots all with one, because it does make a big difference, and it looks a lot better too if you do it that way with the flathead. Oh, all right, Diva. Well, thank you so much for stopping by. Hope to catch you again next time. Have a fantastic weekend. All right. Once I get this little flower done here, I'll need to make a decision on how do I want to, let me think about this for a second. How do I want to explain it? What do I want to do with the edges of the heart? And do I want anything, oops, up here? Good going. Whoops. I forgot I had paint on that tool. Wheel. Apparently I'm going to put something up there. Whoops. I can cover that up with something. Oh, did you get rid of TikTok? Yeah, you know, that was one of the platforms that I had actually never really gotten into that much. But yeah, absolutely. I've been back and forth about streaming on Twitch again. That's where I originally started, and I didn't do a whole lot on Twitch because it was super quiet. When I originally started, it was around the time where everybody was migrating off of Twitch and over to YouTube because it was just too hard to have followers, kind of breach the gap. And on Twitch, you don't get, you get paid by donations purely. As to where, at least on YouTube, you get a chance to have a payment come in for your views, and I just didn't want to have to manage 2 or 3 platforms, so just kind of ended where that was. But I like YouTube. It's easy. Everything's all in one. What do I want up here? I might have to put another daisy up here because of my silly little thing there. But I can blend that right into a flower. So let's Oh, you did? Oh, no. Yeah. Like I said, I don't do a whole lot with TikTok, so I wasn't even aware how much of a community actually is over on TikTok. So I guess it's good to know that at least there is one over there. Who knows what's going to happen with the platform? But that might be something to explore if, if we can get it together. If it's not going to be really truly banned. But yeah, that kind of sucks. But if there is the community over there, I'm sure they're going to be migrating too. I'm sure that they're going to be looking at something else. Maybe Instagram, or maybe they'll be coming over to YouTube too. Yeah, 2 daisies here. That was kind of not my initial plan, but it is what it is. I mean, as a creator, I would think you would have to migrate somewhere, right? I mean, if your only income or if your only option is TikTok and it gets really truly banned, or people start moving away from it, they're going to have to do something. So I'm sure there's somewhere. All is not lost. Yeah, but definitely things are quiet. I don't know if any of you are part of the group, the Mandala.art group on Facebook. I mean, I don't know what happened. It's not like it's anything brand new, but reach is awful. There's no engagement. There's nothing going on Facebook. It's horrendous. I'm about to delete the whole group. It drives me crazy. I won't. I'll be stubborn about it and I'll keep it, but holy cow. Yep. I'm sort of hoping this with TikTok kind of drives some more engagement over to Facebook. Thank you, Natty Perfect. Yeah, like I said, we can definitely make that work. I think it'll come out fine, just not what I had in mind. Almost done. So here's a question for you. Let me draw this little petal here. So the edges of the heart. Now, for example, like right here, this is an edge, right? So this is an edge, very clearly defined. You can see the edge there. I do not really want to use dots. Like, let me pull one down. This is one of the cards I did last year or the year before. And see, I had the dots around the edges here just to define the outer edge. And I did that here too. Same thing. I don't want to do that. It's actually not something that I enjoy doing. But I don't know. I still haven't figured out what to do with edges. My only thought at this point would probably be just to actually just go ahead and draw the edges. You know, just paint over them, maybe use a brush or a paint marker and paint over them. Just make it a line. I sort of want to incorporate some kind of dots, you know, something that'll look good, right? Something that continues the dot theme, but I don't want to use just normal dots around the edges. So if you've got any ideas, let me know. Otherwise, kind of stumped. I might finish it here and then just kind of leave it sit until I can think of something otherwise. Dot and dashes. Yeah, I could. Oh, and Natty, you know what? I have Discord. There's a few people over there, and again, it died too. I mean, I had some activity when I first started the Discord, and it just died. It died. And at that point, I just kind of got disheartened about it all. Because the reality is, you know, Discord is excellent for gaming. I you know, that was everything that I did prior to painting, right? I was a gamer. Kind of still am, but just don't record any of it. I had a shared YouTube channel with my husband where we gamed. We did a lot of dual stuff. And that was really, really fun for a long time. And Discord worked fantastic. Discord is really a gaming platform that I know. Sorry, I shouldn't say that that's all it is, because absolutely that's not true either. But I found it really hard to transition because, unfortunately, a lot of my audience is of an older generation that does not use it. So it's kind of hard. Some of the people that I've talked to were having a hard time following my videos, even on YouTube, because they just were not savvy. And that's perfectly fine. And that's another reason that I liked to kind of stay on YouTube, or direct traffic from Facebook into YouTube, because it was much simpler for those that aren't really savvy. But I do have a Discord, and it is set up, and the link is actually in the description. Yeah. Let me think. All right. Oh, let me put in the last little dots that I wanted to do here so I don't forget them. There. Ooh, hello. Nope. Okay. All right, so there's that. Ooh, Morse code. Love. I'm trying to think. I can do dots, but the dashes, I don't think they'd look good as swooshes. Let me look at this. Let's see. What is that? Let's look at Pokemon code. Let's see. Love is well, that's not helpful. Let's see. Images. That's not too difficult. So it would be dot, dash, dot, dot, dash, 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 dot, 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 dash, dot. Okay. If you can see that. So L-O-V-N-E. So E is just one dot. So dot, dash, dot, dot, and then dash, 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 dot, 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 dash, dot, dot. So that's love. I think I would have to find a paint pen or a nice pen to do that. But that might be kind of fun, because then I can put that all the way around. Okay. All right. But otherwise, until I find that, I can't remember what these were. I want to make sure these look clean. Okay. Good. That's better. Okay. There's a purple one here that I'll fix. Oops. And it's just because it kind of bled a little bit over the edge there. That's good. All right. That one I'm gonna have to wait on. Okay, now let's see. Little fix. Let's see. With this, I don't know. You know what? The lines kind of look nice because the daisy has normally the little low, but what if after I fix this, I can come back in with a little bit of white on my paintbrush, on a nice real thin paintbrush. And then I can put back in some of those little, I don't know what they're called, like the little lines of the petals. I think that'll be nice. But I'll have to wait until this dries. It's amazing how much we can do with a dotting tool versus an actual paintbrush. Just moving stuff around. Okay. See if I can pull this out just a little bit more. Yeah, there we go. I'm not super happy with this. I don't know that there's a whole lot that I can do to this, though, that will clean it up a little bit. I don't know how to. Everything is kind of curved this way, which is fine, except it's so dark. It's hard for me to even describe what I'm seeing is wrong with it. Just something is off. Mm-hmm. I think we're okay. I think that'll work. Yeah, I think it would lighten it up. Yeah, there we go, the striations. Adding like a little bit of white just right here. The same with these. Let me see. Let me get my detail brush out. Oh, where's my other one? There we go. I usually use these for my ladybugs, and I haven't been doing ladybugs either. Where's my white? You know what? Let's not do white. Let's do some pearl. That'll be nice, I think. Since I have the gray. Let's try this. Yep, that totally works. Cute. That one went the wrong direction. Okay. Gives it a little sparkle. And I don't know if I can do these very well. They're so small. Let's see. I'm kind of leaving the marks from the tool in here too. So that gives it a little dimension, doesn't it? I think I need maybe a little bit more here. Okay. Perfect. Yeah, okay. Good, as long as there can be seen. I'm just gonna do a few here. Super light. There. These ones are a little shorter. I won't go far out on the petals. There. This is so dark. And I'm kind of just, I'm not like trying to be super detailed. I'm just sort of throwing in some brush strokes here. Oops. Yeah, I think that works. Maybe. I'm not 100% sure if I have, what am I going to do for the outside edges? The other thing that I have, oh no, I have a black Expo, but I do not want black. Could I get away with doing swooshes? Let me try something here. So on this, I'm going to set these aside real quick. This is a 1.5. Let's play around a little here. I know that's kind of over a dark line underneath. But that's the word love there. And then one dot, and then starting over. And then I wouldn't need anything here. Wait, 1, 2, 3. And then 3 dots and a dash and a dot. Okay, so that's L. And then it would be O. V. E. Maybe. No. So that's L. O. E and then E. Okay. All right. So that spells love out of what, 3, 4 times? I don't know. What do I think about that? I can kind of lift that up a little bit and see if that's a little easier to see. On the bottom is a little lighter. Might not be too visible just because I kind of darkened the edges, but and that's why I have my sketchbook. Because like I said, the other thing that I could do is just simply just do a painted line. My only concern with doing a straight line, if I'm painting it, is just making sure it would be a consistent thickness. Or I could just resort back to doing, I don't think I want to do dots around the edges though either. Because I feel like the dots don't match well enough with this. Yep, me too. Me too. I'm a Libra, so that's just inherently bad for decision making. All right. Well, I think I'll leave it like that. At least for now, I'm just going to leave it like that. So, and then these are nice. There's no bleeding with these at all. So I can kind of play around with that a little bit more if I decided I wanted to. So, all right, but I think these came out pretty darn good. I like that. So the only decision I've got to make is the outside edge. Yeah. If you guys think of anything else, or if somebody watching after the fact, if you think of something, let me know. Drop a comment. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Because yeah, that's a good one. Edges always suck. They're the worst. I hate trying to figure that part out. Maybe I'll just go to Pinterest and spend my afternoon looking around and seeing what else is out there. But okay, I appreciate you guys hanging with me. It is really nice just to be able to hang out and relax and talk a little bit and spend some time together. So I will get this. This will be posted immediately to YouTube. But hey, if anybody else out there is stopping by after the fact, like I said, drop a comment if you think of anything to finish these off. Subscribe if you aren't. I've got a ton more stuff coming up. Goodness gracious, I've got boxes of unfinished projects and things that I want to do. So I've got plenty more stuff coming. So, but again, thank you guys so much for joining me today. Absolutely nutty. You bet. You have a great night. Enjoy your weekend. Hopefully the weather holds. Everything's going to be fantastic. And I will see you guys next time. Take care.